People call and ask me all the time. They say, Michael, what are the top do's and the top don'ts for first-time home buyers? We're going to take a look at that today in today's episode. I'm Michael. Welcome to Home Buying Secrets. If this is your first time to the channel, feel free to click the subscribe button, click the bell for notification. Then you'll get notified every time we upload some new content or anything like that. Now, real quick, I just want to show you, I'm not trying to sell you a book. I'll send you the book for free if you really want it. It's called Home Buying Secrets for First-Time Home Buyers. This book is designed for you, with you in mind, to help you make and navigate the whole home buying process through the mortgage, through the real estate transaction, all the pieces of the puzzle that you need to take a look at. So let's dive in and look at the do's and don'ts for today. The first thing you need to do is you definitely need to opt out of all the spam calls. Now, in the book, I talk about this a little bit more in detail, but you can go to optoutprescreen.com and you can opt out of any spam calls that you might be getting. And it can last for quite a while, so you may want to make sure you're opted out for a good long period of time. Now, one of the don'ts that you don't need to do is you need to go buy a brand new car, because that could affect your buying power for sure. And then another do that you want to do is, I'm getting the do's and the don'ts, there's lots of those. You do need to realize that any house is not perfect. There is no house that's perfect. What that means is you may find a kitchen that you really love, but maybe the rooms are a little bit smaller, or maybe the rooms are really big, but you hate the kitchen. Well, there's lots of ways that you can correct that problem. There's some renovation loans. There's some things you could move in and then, progress later and update things in the kitchen or update things in the bedrooms or things like that. You really got to take every house and look at it. Is this something that's perfect for now? Perfect that could help us get by until we make the changes that we want to make, or maybe it needs an upgrade in the yard or things like that, or paint. Okay, another thing you need to know, which is kind of goes along with the first one, is don't fall in love with the house, because a lot of people end up falling in love with a house before they've even purchased it. They're, I found the perfect house. And all of a sudden the negotiation starts happening, and then they find out there's something wrong. And then all of a sudden the seller's like, I'm out of here. And you fell in love with the house, and now you're devastated because you didn't take it through the negotiation and part of it and think more objectively, if that makes sense. Now, another thing that you need to do is do your research. Everything from the schools to the area you're going to live in, the travel, the commute, how long it's going to take you to get from point A to point B, where the grocery stores are, where the malls are, if that's what you need, what the family-friendly things to do are. These are all important items that you need to take into consideration. You also need to do the research and let your realtor do the research to find out what's the house truly worth. But just because it's listed at a price doesn't mean that that's the price of the house. I mean, what if everything around it is $100,000 less? The house isn't going to appraise for the value. And then you're going to go through this whole process and get let down at the end because you didn't do your research knowing if the house was really worth that. And then the last don't that you want to make sure you do is don't quit your job in the middle of house hunting. That is a big no-no, because if you do that, guess what? You may not qualify for the house anymore. Don't quit your job. Hope these tips help. If you want other tips and want to know more about it, check out things around the channel, or I'll be glad to send you a copy of the book if you want a copy of the book. We'll see you next video.